got to go. Hey y'all, my name is Tope, and today I'm gonna be telling a story. Now, this is gonna be my first post on this channel. I'm kind of nervous, but so I'm sure y'all read the title of the story. Today I'm gonna be telling the story time about this nigga. Now, y'all read the title, so we're just gonna get straight into it. No spoilers, none of that. So boom, this story kind of starts off when I was in 9th grade. So when I was in 9th grade, I was really big on social media and all that stupid shit. So everyone had an Instagram, Finsta. There's the Instagram, and then there's the Finsta. So it was this whole community of Finstas. We would all be on there. We would all be posting shit, laughing, following each other, posting each other, tagging, memes, all that. It was fun or whatever. We was in high school, we was little kids. Now, there was this one nigga I knew. So there was this one nigga I knew, and he was from Philly, but I guess he had moved to where I stay at, which I'm not gonna even say, but I guess he had moved to where I stay at. So I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. It wasn't too far. So he was in the Finsta mix or whatever, so we kind of had became friends, and we had mutuals, so we kind of had became friends. So obviously when I became friends with him, he was introducing us to his not us but me, he was introducing me to his friends, and we was just friends. It was never nothing, well, it was never nothing like that at the moment. So we was just friends or whatever, and he introduced me to two of his homeboys or whatever, but it was one specific homeboy that I remember. Now we're gonna call this homeboy
One eternity later.
Cap, because all he did was Cap. So he introduces me to Cap. Now Cap's light skin, 6'2", but he wasn't fine though. He wasn't nothing crazy. I was gonna homie him. Well, I did homie him. So I'm okay, Cap, whatever, we're all friends, we be kiki online, all that. So the nigga that was from Philly, we're gonna give him a name too. We're gonna call him Scam, because I heard he was a scammer. And if you know, you know, but we're gonna call him Scam. Scam, he knew everyone. He wasn't from my city, but he was 20 minutes out, but he knew all the niggas that went to my school. He knew all that, so he was kind of clouded. Everybody knew him. So that was whatever. Scam, I didn't really Scam wasn't a problem for me. Scam wasn't the problem in the situation. He's not the main character of this story, none of that. The main character is Cap. So keep in mind, this is 9th grade for me. These niggas would have probably been in 11th grade. So I mean, now that I'm looking back on it, it is kind of weird, but I don't really see it as weird. Anyways, so boom, we would be on FaceTime all the time, stay up all night. We was getting close. Through high school, niggas drift. We end up stop talking. Fast forward to 2021. I start going to the school in Philly called Temple University. I'm sure y'all know it. And I had brought my car down there, and I was just out there, going to school, doing what I had to do. And me and Cap never me and Scam still talk. We had each other on social media, all that, but me and Cap didn't talk. I even was wondering what the fuck happened to Cap. He kind of just vanished. Plus, I'm going to school in Philly. I obviously want to, if I already know niggas in Philly, I want to link up, you feel me? So I'm damn, what happened to Cap? I'm dead ass broke. So one day I was thinking yo, what happened to Cap? But I'm whatever, bro. Literally 2 or 3 days later, guess who follows me? Cap. So I'm okay, Cap. But I wasn't thinking nothing of it. Cap, we was friends or whatever. So I was kind of oh, so I'm looking at what he looks like now. He's 6'2", he's tatted up. But I still didn't even see him in that light, just because we was always homies. I'm not gonna just, go from homies to, oh, I like you now. No, it was never gonna be none of that. So I'm okay, whatever. So I just try to pull our messages, and I can't even find it. If I really need to, I'll probably pull it at the end. but he probably blocked me, no funny shit. But I forget like how we started talking. Like, so I remember like he followed me but he didn't hit me up, and I was low-key like expecting him to hit me up. So I was kind of like, oh, like the fuck. But I'm posting like on my story and shit, on my Instagram story. And it was one specific day, like I was up late because when I was in Philly, bro, I didn't really sleep. Like I would be up, so it was probably like 3:30, 4 a.m. And I posted something and he hit me up and he was like, oh, like you're up, like what are you doing? I'm just like nothing, like, and I was back then, so I'm like, oh, like nothing, like da 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 da, why, what's up? And he was just like,
oh, like, you know, we haven't talked in that long.
I'm like, I know, like how you been, like what's going on, you know, what's going on with you, like what you got going on? And he's just like, oh, like, you know, I just been chilling, I've been going to school, I've been working, all that. So I'm like, he didn't go to my school or nothing, but you know, he went to a neighboring school. So I'm like, oh, okay, like that's lit, you know, whatever. So then he's like,
pull up.
and I'm like, whoa, like we ain't even get on the phone, we ain't none of that. He just said, pull up. And y'all know me, yo little bitch, I'ma pull up. Now let me set this straight. When I pulled up, bro, it was never none of that. Like I made sure to make sure, like, one, you had bud, because I'm not pulling up unless you have bud. Like, especially as a nigga that like I'm not fucking with, like, you know, like if you don't have bud, why else am I coming? I didn't have no ill intentions, didn't plan on kissing, touching, none of that. Like it was strictly to chill, like strictly to match, no funny shit, match, but I wasn't bringing nothing, no funny. So strictly to match, you know, broke college student, you always looking for your best buck. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. So he's like, okay, da da da, pull up. So he sends me the Addy. Mind you, bro, nigga didn't even live in Philly, bro. Like, you know how, like, cause I be doing this too, so I'm not even gonna talk shit, but like, you know how, like, bro, let's say I lived in Georgia, but I lived in like, you know, some random spot, but I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm from ATL, just cause I'm in Georgia. Like, he was one of those, which I be doing that too, but my shit's not even that too far off. It's like a good, like, it's not too far off because I be there all the time anyway, but it's just I don't live there. But he didn't even live in Philly, but he would always jack Philly though. That still got me tight. Like, I don't be out here jacking the city that I be, like, you know, I don't be doing that. So anyways, so I pull up. It was like 25 minutes away. It's 4 a.m. like I said, so there's no traffic. I get there mad quick. I pull up, I park. So I'm walking in, so I'm walking on my car. I get out, he's outside. He's like, hey, how are you? I give him a hug, you know, da da da. So I'm looking at him, you know, he looked the same as the pics. I mean, you could have looked different. I don't give a fuck. I'm here to smoke. Like, so, boom. We walk in, red flag number onesies. Bro, shit is torn up. Like, you know how, like, bro, like, it's like, me personally, bro, I live with my mom's, and it's just like, my mom's a clean freak. Like, you could never walk into my crib and see the living room, you know, ransacked, kitchen ransacked, none of that. Bro, I walk in, bro, there's shit all over the floor, shit's messy. It didn't, I can't remember if it smelled, but I don't think it smelled, because I definitely would have remembered. It didn't smell, but it was still, like, you know, like, nigga, like, you know, you knew, like, why would you not clean? Like, what the fuck? So I'm like, oh yeah, he must gotta live alone, because there's no way, like, you live with your mom's and she's allowing, you know, the downstairs to just look like this. Boy, was I wrong. So boom, we walk upstairs, bro, and we get to his room. Guys, I'm not a judger. I'm not none of that. Like, I don't do none of that, like, judging, oh, bougie, none of that. Like, I don't do none of that shit. However, guys, this needed to be judged. Like, first of all, the room is mad small. Mind you, bro, I had a small room too. Like, I don't give a fuck if your room's small. Like, it is what it is. The room is mad small. The bed looks crazy. The bed's on the floor. So the bed's on the floor. There's a queen, what am I saying? There's a twin size bed on the floor. It looks mad raunchy. Window blinds is torn up. Window blinds look like this gang. Not what the fuck you had going on. Window blinds is torn up. He got shoe boxes hanging on the wall. Y'all know how that go. Y'all, it's 2021, gang. What the fuck? Shoe boxes hung up on a wall. Small ass TV on a dresser. Wasn't even a dresser. He got shoes spread out. Nigga must have had like 3 belongings, cause he had nothing. Like everything, like, you know, is in the room, but everything is nothing. Like it's empty. So I'm looking around like, bitch, I gotta go. I got to go. So we get there, bro, and I walk in and I sit on the bed. Mind you, bro, I'm on the edge of the bed. Like, I'm mad, like, nervous. I'm mad, uncomfortable. Not even nervous. I'm kind of uncomfortable. And then I'm also kind of mad because it's like, nigga, you don't have, like, the crib to be, like, you know, inviting niggas over right now. Like, you need to take care of what you got to take care of. I feel like there's ways to spin a small room and you didn't spin it right. So we put on Family Guy because I love like those cartoon shows that aren't cartoon shows. Like they're cartoon shows, but they're not for kids. Like I love those. So he puts that on so I can laugh or whatever. And I'm like, okay, like roll up, gang. Roll up, gang. And he's like,
Oh, I forgot to tell you, like, I just ran out of bud and
because it's like 5 a.m. now. Or yeah, 5 a.m. He's like,
my plug is not up right now. I can't even grab bud. I thought you had it.
what? I literally said, do you have butt? And you said yes. Like, what are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? So I'm heated. Now I'm here for no reason. So now I'm trying to hatch my escape plan. Like, let me go back to my warm, cozy bed. Because, bitch, you don't have shit to offer me. So I'm trying to hatch my plan out or whatever. And as I'm doing this, I'm looking around the room. I'm watching TV. And I see something crawl across the dresser. Now, I want to explain like the spacing. Let's say I'm sitting here. The dresser's probably like, because the room is small as fuck. The dresser's probably like, hold on. The dresser's probably like right here. So, I'm like, nah, Topa, you're tweaking. Like, there's no way, like, Topa, you're tweaking. So I'm like, whatever. I rub my eyes and I keep watching. So I'm watching, and I see something crawl up the wall. I'm like, yeah, you're still bugging. So then, we're watching TV. Why the fuck did a roach fall across the motherfucking TV? And I'm looking at it like, bitch, excuse me? And the part that got me the most tight is like, Cap, you're right here, bro. Like, Cap, me and you are watching the same TV. I know you see shit. So Cap is like, so I'm like, Cap, can you kill that? I'm like, Cap, can you kill that? He's like, bro, exactly what he did. What? Wait, hold on. He goes to turn the light on. What? Oh my god, bro. This is why I hate having my window open. I'm like mad. I'm mad. I'm like, okay. So now I'm sitting up on the bed. Like, I was never laying down. I was maybe like a little slouch. Now I'm sitting up. I got my keys in my hand. I got my jacket. I'm like this, like sitting straight up, bro. Like straight up. And I turn around and I see a roach crawling on the wall behind me. So the way his bed was set up, it was on the floor, like I said, but like it was against the wall. So I was on the edge of the bed. The wall was a little bit behind me, but I was looking around like, nigga, what the fuck you got going on here? And I see a roach crawling behind my head. So I'm like, I grab my stuff. I'm like, yeah, I gotta go. Because mind you, the original plan was for us to chill, maybe even have a little sleepover. All that shit went out the window once I seen the roaches, no funny shit. So I'm like, yeah, I gotta go. So he gets up immediately, bro. And he's like,
okay, like I got you, let me walk you down.
So I'm grabbing all my shit, trying to walk down. I'm itching and scratching, like scared as fuck, bro. And I'm walking down the stairs, and he's like,
my bad, I should have told you I didn't have no weed.
Nigga, you know I'm not leaving. Well, I was gonna leave because the weed, but you motherfucking know I'm leaving because of the motherfucking roaches, bitch. So I'm like, you know, whatever. I walk out, I get home, I strip myself, I take a long, hot shower, I get out, and I delete this nigga on Instagram. Like, bitch, bye. Cause it's just like, I felt like there was just no respect. Like, why would you invite me to a roach infested crib, bitch? Like, where they do that at? Let me motherfucking know. So as soon as I get home, I'm telling my roommate about it. Like, girl, like I'm explaining the whole backstory, how I explained it to y'all, and I'm just like, girl, like, niggas are dirty as fuck. Like, what the fuck? Like, ew. And I gotta text him a couple of days later. And I'm just like, bitch, the audacity. Like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, what the hell more do you want from me? So he texts me, wait, why you unfollow me? I don't do that. I don't play stupid with niggas. I don't play silly with niggas. I don't do none of that. I'm like, bitch, I was uncomfortable because I seen bugs. What the fuck? He goes, I'm gonna insert the screenshot too. He goes, oh, like, that was the landlords. Like, that's not even me. Like, they been had a problem with that shit for years. And I'm like, okay, LOL. Literally what I said, okay, LOL. Because, you know, it's like, you, at the end of the day, bro, you knew that you and your family was going through an infestation. No reason for you to be inviting bitches over. No reason for you to be babbling like you had bud when you didn't. No reason for us to link. None of that. Worst comes to worst, my nigga, we could have easily matched at my crib. I literally had a whole apartment. Like, we could have matched at my crib. We could have matched in my car. We never had to go to that twin size room. We never had to do none of that. So yeah, that's the end of the story, guys. Basically, don't link up with online friends because niggas be mad weird. Like, that was the first and last time that nigga will ever see me. If y'all like the video, subscribe. I'm gonna be telling mad stories. Like, I got story times for days. Like, mad shit that I've been through. Like, my life is just a movie, guys. So let me know what y'all want to hear. Bye.